was wondering if I would ever hear that theme song again. But here we go, Chuckster, season 7 of the Steam Room.
I just want to say this to all you people who've been coming up to me, asking me about the Steam Room. I did not know. I said, I'm hoping we do it. All you law steamers, thank you for coming up, and we are back.
Yes, we are.
So we can't agree what season it is.
Season 7.
Season 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're supposed to know that stuff.
I know, I just said it.
Yeah, but you
were thinking so much about, I got to tell all these people. Yeah, it's season 7.
Okay, but you were like asking what season it was, 6 or 7. So you're supposed to know. I told you, Ernie, you're the perfect Jeopardy candidate.
I know.
You know all that useless stuff. You'll be perfect on Jeopardy.
But on stuff that's really important, like how many years has the Steam Room been on? I need to ask Matt D'Agostino, our producer.
My God. Matt,
Dag said it's
we're crawling the
7.
bottom of the barrel now.
No, we're not.
Cap is gone. Audie's gone.
Cap is...
Alex is on injured reserve.
Cap is
and now
prime.
we're down to Max D'Agostino.
Cap was great.
Cap
was a great producer. Great things ahead of him. He's
how
a
does
prime.
Cap know this thing is back?
Huh? Because he still talks to
he sent me
Audrey.
He sent me a beautiful text saying, Chuck, I miss you guys. Welcome back, Steam Room. He sent me this like 2 days ago.
It was a text?
Yes, it was so kind.
He wrote me a letter on stationery.
I don't do letters because I don't get mail. You know, I remember I killed all my mail like 10 years ago.
How did you kill it?
I told the post office, any mail comes to me, throw it in the trash. Because people will...
So you're trying to tell me in the last 10 years you haven't gotten any mail?
No, I have not.
Oh, baloney.
No, seriously. So because my girl Christy, who handles my life, she gets all my bills.
Yeah.
Shout out to Christy. She's amazing. So I was getting hundreds and hundreds of crap at my house.
Well, you're still getting mail. It's just been rerouted to her. It's
No. She only gets my bills. This goes in the trash.
Bills are part of the mail.
No, people shouldn't be sending stuff to my house. So about 10, probably longer than that, I said, hey, anything come to the house, y'all just put it in the trash because people should not be sending me stuff to sign at my house. Ernie, I was getting hundreds and hundreds of people things to sign.
Yeah.
And I put an end to that.
I still get those.
Yeah.
And I try to, I'll do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
I don't know how it happens. I don't know how it happens that people know your address.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
So I said, no, y'all put that in the trash. But if it's a bill, send it to my girl, Christy.
Okay, great. Now that we got all that settled,
yes,
it's season 7 of the Steam Room.
I'm glad to be back.
And just like the previous 6 seasons, we'll begin with First of All.
And I got a list.
Yeah, but it's not written on that nice...
yeah, you know, because...
my goodness! Hey. Are we going to be doing some welding here too?
Yo, man.
The heck is going on?
If kids call you little 4 eyes, they're just rude and inappropriate. The most important thing is to be able to see.
Those are some BOGs right there.
Okay, Kenny.
You know what that is?
Big old goggles.
Big old glasses. All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to start out with a couple sad notes. 2 friends of mine passed away. One, the great John Brody, quarterback from back in the day. Just a great man.
Niners, right?
Yep. What a good dude. I got to know him in Lake Tahoe probably 40 years ago, hung out with him a little bit. Hadn't seen him in years, but he was just a great dude. I just want to wish his family the best. But John Brody was a good man.
I want to say he wore number 12 with the San Francisco 49ers.
That's in your day.
That's what I want to say, because I
day.
remember having football cards of John Brody. Remember
that wasn't exactly my day. I'm a little younger.
Not much.
Not much.
Yeah.
And this guy was a really good friend of mine. His name is Mark Brnovich. He was Attorney General of Arizona for 2 terms, and he passed away of a heart attack last week. And I just actually found out about it. You know, I've been stuck in Atlanta because of the snowstorm, and man, it broke my heart because he was such a good dude. He was a Attorney General for 2 terms in Arizona. Beautiful wife, Susan, and a couple young daughters, and man, it hurt me when I saw Mark had passed away. We were avid cigar smokers together. And
was he part of your group out there?
He's part of my group. And it's so ironic. I bumped into him right during the Christmas holidays. And you just never know the last time you're gonna
Wow.
see it. And he was only 59 years old, too.
Man alive.
And I will tell you, man, he was just a good man, and I'm gonna miss Mark. Two of my best friends passed away, who were attorney generals. Grant, oh my God, I forget Grant's last name. It was so long ago. Grant Woods. He was attorney general of Arizona too. Just two of the best people I've ever met in my life. So, Mark and Susan, Susan, y'all. I'm thinking about you and the girl. Just rest in peace, Mark. What a good dude. Okay, my boy Belichick.
Now, hold on one second, man. If you're going to make sure those temples go behind your ears, okay?
Dr. Phil. Okay, I'm not going to go crazy on the Belichick thing. You guys know that was wrong. He's the greatest football coach ever in pros. Nick Saban's the greatest college football coach. Belichick's the greatest pro coach. Hey, our job in the media is not to play God, judge, and jury. Our job is to do our damn job. There's players I don't like. That's never going to skew what I say about them on television. That's just wrong. My job is to look at the game, analyze the game, and do the best. Does that mean I'm always right? No. But I've never held a grudge against a player on television and said bad things about him. And my job, first of all, I'm not a Hall of Fame voter, but your job is to vote for the best. And I respect the one writer who came out and explained why. He said, well, we only get to vote for 3 people. Well, you vote for the 3 best people. But his rationale was, well, I thought everybody else would vote for Belichick. And there were some guys who there's like their last year on the ballot. I said, well, if they've
There's a reason that
they're not Hall of Famers. They're in the Hall of really, really good. If you're
Is there such a thing?
It's just a word.
The Hall of really, really good?
And listen, there are a lot of really, really good players who are not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But it's not your job as a voter, like, this is his last chance to get in. I'm going to screw Coach Belichick because this guy, if he don't get in this time, that's not your job, dude. You pick the best 3 people and let the chips fall where they may.
When you heard the news,
I was shocked.
everybody was.
Well,
it was like, hold up, come on, is this a joke?
Well, it's a joke. It's a joke for 2 reasons, and I mean this sincerely now. Number one, when they announce the Hall of Fame, that's going to be the elephant in the room. Bill Belichick's not here. But what it also does, Ernie, Tom Coughlin, Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh, Mike Holmgren, Sean Payton, other great coaches who going to be Hall of Famers, they can't go in on the first ballot now.
Right.
You're like, wait a minute. We didn't let Bill Belichick, who got 6 Super Bowls and 9 appearances, we're going to put guys in on the first ballot who only won 1 Super Bowl. That's what a disservice goes. And that's what bothers me.
Doesn't there have to be a coach every time?
I don't know how that works. Well, because there's no coach going this time.
Wow. Man.
So it just skews the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, but Belichick's my guy, and I just think that's unfair. Okay, you guys on TV.
Who are you talking? You talking to people who do what we do?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me let it roll off your tongue. I was wrong. I was wrong. It's that simple. You guys have bashed Sam Darnold, going back to his Jets days, when he said that, number one, I don't think they should have put that out when he was on the sideline having a rough game time, but I see ghosts out there. You guys been bashing Sam Darnold for years. You have. Then y'all were right again last year when he struggled in the last regular season game and then in the playoffs. Y'all said, see, same old Sam Darnold. Can't win the big game. You know what Sam Darnold did this year? He won the big game. Give that man his flowers. I don't have anything to do with that because I don't call guy bust on television. I would never do that. All these guys at any pro sport, they made it. They are successful. But you guys who've been bashing this guys for years, and y'all out here tiptoeing, backsliding like Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk, just admit, hey, you know what? It clicked in for Sam Darnold. And that man got a chance of winning the Super Bowl. And he deserved his flowers.
So what do you have to say?
No,
was
I was wrong. No, I
wrong.
never said it. I'm talking about you fools on TV who talk.
I'm still waiting for the first time you're wrong.
Oh, I've been wrong many times.
I know.
Oh, remember last year they said
I know.
Caleb Williams was a bust. And now all of a sudden he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. He had a monster year.
Do you consider sliced bread great?
You know, when is this last time I actually had sliced bread? I can't even
Cheryl Ann
remember.
makes great bread at home. Sourdough bread.
Is that considered sliced bread though? Sourdough?
When you slice it, and there's slices of bread.
Okay,
And that's why people probably considered it great, because before then they just had this big hunk of bread. And they say, look at this when you slice it.
Yeah.
We can make sandwiches.
Can I get back to my first of all?
What was that?
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So you guys who bash Sam Donald, just say y'all were wrong. Get that man his flowers. Okay, so I live in Arizona, and there's a popular sports bar. There's several of them called Zips, and ICE raided them. I 100% disagree with that. Listen. This whole ICE thing, we've killed 2 innocent people. That was wrong.
Don't say we.
Yes. And we're never going to be unpolitical, whatever. I'm going to say what the hell I want to say. But I think Renee Good and Mr. Preddy both got killed for no reason. But I don't want to go off on that. I just think that Zips is a sports bar. I think the one thing we can all agree with on immigration, if people out here committing crimes, they gotta go. 100%. But if people, I'm pretty sure, and I wrote down a couple of drug lords, I'm pretty sure El Chapo and Pablo Escobar are not flipping burgers at Zips in their spare time running cartels. So ICE, listen, man, if people out here committing crimes, you please take them on. We don't want criminals. We don't want any criminals, whether they immigrants or not. Get rid of all the criminals, in my opinion. But to be raiding sports bars, that's disingenuous. It's just flat out wrong. And it just bothered me living in Arizona. I wasn't there, but I was watching the news. And to be raiding sports bars, that's just, come on, man, that ain't cool at all. So my last thing is Bad Bunny. So there are a lot of ignorant people talking about Bad Bunny. First of all, I admire Bad Bunny. I met him one time before he was a big star. He wanted to meet the guys. Fat Joe brought him by. This was probably like 10 years ago before he became a big star. And now he's a big star. So he's performing at the Super Bowl. And I hear all these right-wing nut jobs talking about, you know, he's not American, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, first of all, he's from Puerto Rico, fools. That's part of the United States of America. Puerto Rico is part of the United States of America, you freaking idiots. And what he said was, I admire this dude. He's the #1 star in the world right now when it comes to download music. But he was asked about performing in the United States. He didn't say anything bad about the United States. What he said was, for the time being, I'm not going to perform in the United States because I don't want my fans coming to see me in concert, making a lot of money, and go outside and get arrested by ICE. If you don't think that's honorable, it's something wrong with you. He didn't say anything bad about the United States. Like, first of all, Puerto Rico is part of the United States. Let me refute that, you idiots. But what he said was, the reason he's not, he said, I understand I'm very popular. I could come to the United States and sell out a gazillion concerts. He said, but right now, the temperature is not right. He said, if I come to the United States and do concerts and ICE is waiting outside after all my concerts, I would feel horrible. So shout out to Bad Bunny. Man, #1, I'm not great at Spanish. I'm not going to fake that. But I hope you have a great Super Bowl performance, and I'm going to enjoy it.
So you met Bad Bunny
I did.
back in the day.
And he was more like a rabbit then. It was so funny, Ernie. He wasn't like because
Check, please.
no, it's so funny because he was an up and comer.
Yeah.
And we always have celebrities, especially when we out traveling during the playoffs.
Way back when he was in a Cardi B video.
I didn't.
Yeah, he was.
But he had just become, like I say, Fat Joe had came by. Well, obviously we knew all who Fat Joe was. He said, "I want you to meet this up and coming kid," and his name is Bad Bunny, and we all said hello, me, Kenny, and Shaq. I mean, it was probably
Where the heck was I?
You probably, you're always out trying to watch the game. We always hiding out. But he was such a nice kid, and obviously he's had tremendous success. But I admire him.
Yeah, I Like It is the song the Cardi B song that also featured in the video.
Well, let me tell you something about Cardi B.
A younger Bad Bunny.
Cardi B, she's a very talented lady, but her little man get ready to get a beat down in the Super Bowl because I'm all in. We'll Seattle.
We'll be talking about the Super Bowl with Champ Bailey.
Yes.
In just a
Champ,
bit.
I guarantee you, Champ is going to agree with me. Seattle is scary. So I can't wait to talk to Champ.
So you guarantee that he's going to agree with you?
Yes.
He'll also weigh in on Bill Belichick.
Okay.
As a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Seeing this happen.
Yes.
So we are underway.
We are ready.
On
Welcome
the steam
back.
room. Yeah. Welcome
And
back.
what's my man's name from over there?
Stav.
We hope you're back with us, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks
Certainly.
for that beer. Oh, we never got it.
I got a T-shirt though.
Did you?
And a hat. We welcome you back inside the steam room. Our first guest
Special.
of season 7.
This is special.
This is special because he's a 15-year NFL vet, 12-time Pro Bowler,
Wow.
Hall of Famer, and Georgia Bulldog, Champ Bailey,
15 years playing
Joins us.
football.
in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
12 time.
Yeah.
But
And a Hall of Famer,
Fif-
first ballot
yeah.
Hall of Famer.
15 years.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It certainly is. And proudly wearing the Georgia G as Champ joins us.
Always.
Champ, you're 47 years old. How long have you been known as Champ?
45 years.
Oh, yeah? How'd you get it? How'd you get the name?
Man, great question. I have no answer for you, EJ. You know what's funny? My mom tries to tell this story and she just gets baffled because she can't really recall what the turning point was. What happened, I'm junior, so in my house, I couldn't be Roland Bailey Jr. That was my dad, Roland. So nobody called me Roland, and then she just started calling me Champ. And then I moved we were in Germany. My dad was in the military. We moved back to my hometown, and then it just stuck.
So
right.
it's all
And I
anybody's ever called you.
Yeah. I was fast, athletic. So it's all I've known my whole life.
Well, so my question is, hypothetically, what if you had a sucked at sports?
Oh my God. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have been Roland Jr. You know, nobody would have wanted to call me Champ, trust me. So that wouldn't have lasted long. You know that.
Hey, it's your call right here. You want to talk Super Bowl first or you want to talk Belichick first?
Ooh, well, they're one and the same to me. So you take your pick. I'll talk Belichick first. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's talk about the coach because, and you can speak to this as a first ballot Hall of Famer. When he did not get in on the first ballot, what's the first thing that went through your mind?
How, you know, and from where I sit, I could say that. Now I do want to. I'm always the one. I don't overreact, but that was my first reaction. But then I'm always okay. Let me calm down. Like, let me really look at this objectively. And it really took me back to the history of the Patriots during his tenure. And when you think about all that they've accomplished, yeah, on one hand, first ballot, no matter what. But then you think about all the reporters and the relationships. And as we know, sitting on the right side of 40, we all know like relationships are everything. And especially in a media driven business like pro sports. So I'm sure there's a lot of burned bridges. I'm sure there's a lot of times where things hadn't gone the reporter's way. So you have to take that into consideration. Now, he's not the first one that deserved first ballot recognition that didn't get it, right? We can go back to T.O. Like, we all know T.O., what he did, as a football player was first ballot material. But for some reason, other people thought otherwise. Now, Belichick, on the other hand, you have those relationships that's probably been some bridges been burned there. But then there's also Spygate and then Deflategate. And then you have all these other things that's happened. And then you look at something that people probably forget about is what happened in Denver when we had Josh McDaniels, which was a disciple of his. So, it's a lot of things that, come into play here. The ultimate thing is the writers are voting. And the writers are the ones that probably felt a little neglected throughout the years. But that's just me over here still speculating, but I'm just thinking about what's happened and what I know about. I can't vote for him. I would have voted him in, but of course I'm not a voter. So, that's just my perspective. And I think as a first ballot guy, there is no other coach that deserved it more, in my opinion, than Bill Belichick.
Champ, I'm going to ask you this question because you're a proud Georgia guy. I'm a proud Auburn guy. Are you encouraged or discouraged about the state of college football today?
I'll say this. I'm in the middle, and I hate to be in the middle. And I'm discouraged because it's taking long to get the structure that matters in sports, especially at this stage of these young men and women's lives. Like, this is the most important part of their lives, and we have the brightest and the best people on earth that we support in sports, and we're not pouring into them the right way. For example, none of these guys have vetted advisors, or at least they're not required to, right? So they're getting bad advice a lot. So when a kid transfers, we all look at the kid like it's his fault. Well, what do you expect from a young kid? He's never going to make the best decision for his life at that time. We have to, as the adults in the room, shape what it means to be a college athlete. And it's unfortunately taken a lot longer. I do believe they should be paid or compensated. But I think that money or that structure needs to protect their future more than supply what they need right now. And they have everything they need as an athlete. I mean, you can go back to your days. You had what you needed, but you also understood that you generated more than that on the business side. So, there's a lot to work through. I just feel like the adults in the room need to really sit down and get the structure that matters in order to get the behavior that we're looking for from these young men and women.
Do you ever think about whether, what if they had a portal when you were playing?
Oh, I don't know. I grew up a Bulldog. So when I see these guys commit and then, they dishonor their commitment and then, another school comes in, swoops them up, like, I don't know if I would have been susceptible to that because my older brother was at Georgia. I grew up a Dog fan. So I don't know. I really don't know what I would have done. I probably would have had my eyes a little more open to leaving the region of the Southeast because the money's there. I saw a top athlete in Georgia just commit to Ohio State. And I'm sure a lot of that had to do with money, right? And, Ohio State's a great program, but it's not the SEC, as we discussed earlier in the show.
I was Dion, somebody I really respect and admire, and he was talking somewhere, I forget where it was. He says, at what point as a kid were you going to chase the game instead of chasing the bag? Because you got guys who are going to a different school every year. He says, hey, I'm not against you getting the bag, but if you ever gonna be a great player, you got to chase the game, not the bag.
That makes sense, right? But we're expecting kids to make these decisions. We're not expecting seasoned adults like ourselves to make these decisions. Mm-hmm. They're not going to make the best decision for themselves. That's why structure matters. The structure around what it means to be a college athlete is really going to determine how they behave, period. There is no way around it. We can sit here and talk about the passion for the game, and a lot of them do have that passion, but they get blindsided by the money. And, it's easy to say that after you've had a pro career, but when you look at these kids, they're coming from families that need this money, so they're getting advice from family members about where to go, how to use your leverage. And a lot of times it doesn't benefit their future. So it's up to the adults to make it right and make sure we protect them at all costs.
Yeah, when you say, yeah, it's up to the adults to make it right. And then, this Luke Farrelly situation, this linebacker.
Yeah.
Who enrolled at Clemson. Mm-hmm. He's in class at Clemson.
And they texted him.
And Pete Golding at Ole Miss, they text him. And then all of a sudden he opens this thing back up, and suddenly now he's going to Ole Miss because they sweetened their deal for a guy who was already enrolled at the school.
But that's the way Ernie.
So are you saying, wow, it's what do you expect Luke to do, or is character and the traits of, hey, look, I made a commitment to you, I'm going to honor that commitment. Where's that gone?
It's gone.
I mean,
it is gone. It's gone when you see guys like Lane Kiffin leave his school, right, in the middle of a playoff run. It's gone when you see, Fickle and Summerall and all these other coaches leave these smaller programs and move up, right? There is no loyalty. It's always been like that. So now you expect the kids to abide by a rule that's unwritten. That's why you have to write the rules in place to really demand the behavior you were looking for. It's unfortunate for him and his family to have to field phone calls and looking for better deals when that next place might not be better for him. But that shouldn't even be allowed. Like, once you sign, you should be committed to that place wherever you sign. And it's really unfortunate that they have to deal with that. And it also protects the recruiters. Like, the coaches recruiting and out here on the recruiting trail, they don't know who's really committed and who's not. They just know at this time I have it. And then he could be gone just like this guy, from Clemson that wants to go get a better deal. You can't put that on him.
Obviously you're stealing money like the rest of us now on television. And it's like, so I get frustrated when I'm watching basketball. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? That's not going to work that way. You, as an all-time great, do you catch yourself like, what? Like, you're not being critical, but I'm talking about in my mind. But in your mind, when you're watching plays, sometimes you're like, what the hell was that kid thinking or doing? Is that part of you be thinking, honestly?
All the time. I mean, how do you not? I mean, I think it's part of who we are, right? We're highly competitive. We did it at a high level. So when we see things, when people try to mimic some of the things we've done or try to play the same position, instantly see things all the time. The older I get, the more I withdraw myself from it in the passionate part behind it. But it is what it is. I don't think it's ever going to really leave me. I'm sitting in the green room with Spikes and Victor Cruz, and we know Lefko knows everything about sports. So it's like, I have to, sometimes I call out things that they might not see and vice versa. And it's just a bunch of that. Like, what is he doing? What is he thinking? Why would he, but I always go back to, who's coaching him? Who's teaching him? Yeah. And, one of my old teammates, Dre Bly, he coached DBs for the Jets. And all he talked about was, man, these boys don't make plays like we used to. I was like, because all they're doing is playing corner. All they're doing is playing safety. There is no nuance to their game and athletic ability like we had. We played other sports for as long as we could. So I think there's a difference there, and we always see it as former pros.
How did you try to prepare your sons for what the perception might be as they played ball and, that's Champ's kid? How did you prepare them for that?
Well, it's funny, like, my 15-year-old now is going through this process. He's highly recruited, but obviously he wants more. But, I'm always like, it's always going to come back to your work. Like, we're not chasing anything. But then there's people that do remind him of who his dad is. You want to be like your dad, and he loves it. It hasn't seemed to bother him yet, because he works. He loves the game. He's real with who he is, and he's not probably going to be 6'1" like me, probably, but he's still a growing kid, very athletic. I actually think he's much smarter than I was. So I think there's some advantages to it. Fortunate enough for me, he wants me around and he listens to me to this day. I
Good
think
for you.
I just look at it as plain as that. As long as he's listening, I'm coaching, I'm teaching. And I'm more the type, I want him exposed to other coaches' coaching styles, because dad is not always going to be there. That's just, the reality of it. And I want him to understand how to deal with that.
But I think, number one, I think that's a tremendous advantage two ways. Number one, there's nothing he's going to accomplish that you haven't already accomplished. But also, we talked about a little bit earlier, he's not going to be chasing every dollar, every dime. And a lot of these kids get caught up. I was like, because one of the things I've talked about a bunch of coaches is like, every year now, another school will come in and say, hey, we got another $100,000 for you, $150,000 for you. You need to transfer. And I was like, yo, you go into a worse situation. I think that's a huge advantage, him having you as a dad and a mentor. Like, no, we're not chasing every dollar. I'm going to put you in the best situation to be successful.
Yeah, without a doubt. And that's what rules can help too, right? Like, fortunate for him that he does have that insight and he does have my network to leverage. So it's not, he doesn't have to be greedy for it. So the blueprint is there for him. And, outside of him, I'm trying to expose myself to other kids that I see have possibilities of going above and beyond. So it's not just him that I'm trying to reach. It's others in his small network that I'm trying to reach as well, because they're all susceptible to this bad information and doing things that really don't benefit their future.
Last thing from me, and I apologize in advance if this is not a question you wanted to address, but 2006 NFL playoffs, Broncos, Patriots. You pick off Tom Brady. You return it 100 yards and do not score because a Georgia Bulldog tracked you down, Ben Watson, and knocked you out at the 1 yard line. Have you guys, I don't even know if you guys are tight.
First of all, he should be embarrassed.
Or if he brings it up.
He should be embarrassed. You let Ben Watson catch you from behind?
Here we go.
I told you I shouldn't have brought it up.
Let me give you a little context. We had a long drive, right? So I'm dead tired. We made some adjustments to put me in position to make that interception in the first place. I'm running down the sideline, broke a tackle. I think I had outran somebody else. And the next thing you know, here comes Ben Watson, the hustle play of the century, knocking me out of bounds. But the only reason I can live with that is because Ben Watson is such a good dude and he's a dog. So that's the only reason I can speak on it and still smile about it. And the good side is it's a team sport. So we ended up scoring the next play anyway. So
and you won
great play. And we won the game.
Well, listen, you can't get tired. I mean, you can't let a tight end chase you down, man.
You just won't let me live it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Hey, so, before we let you go, we got to talk Super Bowl.
Okay.
Ernie said he gonna give you a chance to agree with me or disagree. I'm all in on the Seattle. I'm all in. I think, number one, their defense. Everybody talks about the Broncos defense. Everybody talks about the Texans defense. I think Seattle's had basically the best defense all year. And I think some has changed in Sam Darnold. I think that Thursday night game, well, he had been struggling in big games for the last couple of years. But that Thursday night, I think some clicked in him, and he hasn't had another bad big game since then. Are we all in, and you with me on the Seattle Seahawks?
I'm with you, Chuck. I can't argue with that. I see what you see. I understand it. But that's what I love about the NFL is it doesn't matter. Like it's about who shows up that night at the Super Bowl. Because one thing about this Patriots team, very unpredictable. The quarterback hasn't played well in the playoffs, but they keep finding ways to win. This will be the best offense they face all year in Seattle. I mean, they've I don't know how they started clicking, but man, it's been fun to see them, just hit it the way they've been able to hit it. And then you face an offense like the Rams and they keep up and match that intensity. I don't know how the Patriots steal this one, but you can't ignore what that franchise has done historically, what they've done this year, how great their quarterback has played all year. And you look at their coaching staff. I mean, they're champions. Vrabel, I don't know how many championships he has with the Patriots. 3, 4, I don't know. And then you look at Josh McDaniels. This will be, his 8th, 9th Super Bowl? I mean, you can't ignore that pedigree that's on that team. So I give them a chance, but, man, it is hard to pick against the Seahawks today.
Oh, but I hate to say this. I'm going to ask you one more question because this always bothers me as a layman. Jerry Rice is the greatest wide receiver ever. It used to annoy me as a fan, why is this dude always open? Now, the reason I'm asked that question, why is that damn number 11 from Seattle always open? Like I say, I don't try to act like I know other sports because I know in basketball, we're not going to let that guy score. We're going to take the ball in his hand. Every time I watch San Francisco play, Jerry Rice was always open. The last couple of weeks against Seattle, I'm like, Smith and Jigba is always open. Explain to me as a layman why these great players are always open.
Because they're great players.
Well, that's it. I mean, it's really that simple. I mean, my thing is you have a coordinator who dials up plays to get him open. But then it's up to him to understand how the play is drawn up and how they're trying to get him open. Because sometimes things don't develop like you think. You might think cover 4, they're in cover 3. Now you got to adjust. And it takes a certain mindset to do that. And JSN he's going to be one of the best. He's probably one of the best now. He'll be the best receiver in the game if he continues to play at this high level. The dude is phenomenal with how he gets open. It's not like it's by design that the defense allows that. It's just you can't ignore everybody just to cover him because other guys will beat you. But at the same time, man, you got to know where he is. You better have somebody on him. That never happened when we played, when I played, because I was always on the guy, no matter where he went, for parts of my career. It didn't matter. So if we're in cover 3, I'm always going to be next to this guy. Cover 1 or cover 2, like you got to understand what the advantages to the offense is. And a lot of times it's hard to do that. It's hard to game plan for that when you don't have somebody matching up on it.
Roland Jr., Champ Bailey.
We gave him Champ now because he was a great player. He would only be Roland if he sucked at sports. We clarified that.
Yes.
Thank God
there was
I was
no
okay,
chance of that
Chuck.
happening.
Thank
No,
God.
you did. You get the thumbs up, brother.
We appreciate
I
you, man.
appreciate
Thank you.
it. I appreciate
Thanks for
y'all.
taking some time with us. And go Dogs. Later.
Go Dogs.
Oh Lord.
Love you guys, man.
Love
Right
you,
back
bro.
at you. Back here on the steam room, Dags, our producer, come up with a little wrinkle this year. Little segment he calls Round Mound.
Great nickname, I might add.
Which is
Great
just
nickname.
me-
Shout out to David Housel at Auburn. Came up with that.
Let me just throw a couple things at you,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yes.
Unlike First of All, which is initiated by you,
Yes.
Round Mound is just me throwing a couple of things out at you.
Okay.
Vegas Super Bowl trip for you. Explain to the folks at home what's going to be happening Super Bowl Sunday from the Charles Barkley perspective.
So I have 12 of my friends. This will be year 28 or 29. We fly to Vegas on Friday. We play golf, gamble all night, get up and do it again Saturday. We get up, play golf, gamble, sleep in on Sunday. And then we get together around noon and start drinking. And then we go to this big party. There's probably 5,000 to 7,000 people in a room, in a ballroom. They have probably 50 to 100 areas just like this, couches. and me and my 12 friends, we'll sit there. They got any food in the world you want. Everybody in the room is bet on the game.
Yeah.
The room is, you got fools who bet on the national anthem.
Do you do any of those props?
I do not bet on the national anthem. I'm not a
national
total
anthem.
damn loser.
Not the national
I
anthem,
don't
but
bet
there
on
are other props.
I don't bet on the coin flip. I'm
right.
not a total damn loser.
Time of anthem.
Yes,
Yeah.
and like there's people who are going nuts when the person finishes the national anthem. There's people going nuts when they flip the coin.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're a gambling degenerate.
Yeah. And then you've been doing it for 29 years.
Yes,
Okay.
that's true.
So you're a Nike guy.
Yes. Hey, I'm so proud. Did you know this is the first time I've been able to wear Auburn stuff?
Great.
Because
Why?
Auburn just switched to Nike.
Okay. Great.
So shout out
That's not
to John
hey,
Cohen.
this is my segment asking you stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't care about Auburn wearing Nike. I
Clearly.
do care about this, though. The Kirkland brand Nikes are now being sold at Costco. Could you find yourself wearing Kirkland shoes, Costco Kirkland shoes?
They're Nikes?
Yes, they are. There they are. Could you see yourself wearing those?
I can. They have to be in my size, though.
Well, it goes without
Obviously,
saying.
yeah, and I like that look too.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
Kirkland makes a good product.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I told you.
Are you a Costco guy?
Let me tell you something. I got to have a bone to pick with white people. You've been hiding.
Go ahead. I'll represent.
You've been hiding Costco from me.
You like it?
I'm in love with Costco. It's the greatest. It might be the greatest thing ever happened to me. You know, so I had never been to Costco. I'd never been to Costco except in the last year.
Hall of Famer, NBA all-time 50 greatest players, but the greatest thing that's ever happened to him.
Ernie,
Costco.
Costco's the real deal.
Okay, I know. You can get a lot of stuff in
First of
large
all,
quanities.
and listen, you just start buying stuff you don't even need.
And so they've
been
succeeded.
keeping Costco for now. I love me some Costco.
All right. Last thing.
Yes.
Last thing. Romeo Bingham, big TikToker. Okay. Just on a whim came up with this little jingle for Dr. Pepper.
I have a theme song for Dr. Pepper, and it goes like this. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Doo-doo-doo.
That went viral, and now Dr. Pepper has paid her $2 million and made a spot with that jingle. Here.
Baby, is good and nice. Doo-doo-doo. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Good and nice. Doo-doo-doo.
Number
about
one,
that?
congratulations to the young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
I just had you're speechless. How nice is that? Here's my question for you. You're a Diet Coke guy.
You know it.
Can you come up with a little jingle for Diet Coke?
Diet Coke, baby, it's good for you. Diet Coke, baby, it tastes delicious too.
Get ready to go to the bank. I bet Diet Coke will be calling to use that.
Can you get me that $2 million before next week? Before I get to Vegas?
That goes back to the Vegas
That's
party.
right.
Oh, that's Round Mound. I enjoyed that.
I
That's
enjoyed
fun.
that.
I like that little segment.
Dags, as you call him.
Yeah, that's what everybody calls it.
Yeah, okay.
Scoop D'Agostino.
I thought they meant damn. Every time he walks in a room, they mean damn. They don't mean dags.
Oh, Dags.
Yeah.
He's the real deal.
Yeah, okay.
We'll be back to wrap things up here in just a moment. On the Steam Room. Hey, that answering machine still to come.
Oh, yeah.
Chuck and Ernie in the steam room. Come and join us in the steam room. Chuck and Ernie in the steam room. Leave your towel on in the steam room.
Chuck and Ernie in the steam room. Chuck and Ernie in the steam room. Leave your towel on in the steam room.
Perhaps your greatest vocal performance.
No, when I'm doing Frank Sinatra.
That is.
You're a karaoke
It's low
hater.
key. No, it's low key and it's sort of on key and very enjoyable.
Yeah.
So here in season 7, last segment, it's always, and for as long as the steam room exists, the Chuck's answering machine and Good for the Soul will be the way we finish things up. So let's get to the first of a couple of calls on Chuck's answering machine.
Hello, world. This is Charles Barkley. Leave me a message.
Hi, Charles. Hi, Ernie. This is Michael, loyal steamer from Richmond, Virginia, also a student at Virginia Tech. I had a quick question, and that is, what would be your death row meal? I'm talking ribs, I'm talking steak. You could do anything you want. You could do as much as you want. What would you have as your last meal on Earth?
Wow.
That's a
What
great
would be your
question.
death row meal? What?
Yeah, that is such a great, interesting question because you can never go wrong with fried chicken, ever. You can never go wrong with pizza.
Would you want to go? No, I can't say that. If it's a death row meal. If you're about to get fried, would you go fried chicken?
I
don't know.
I'm not sure it matters. It's like, can you eat?
That was
'cause
so
would that be
wrong.
double fried? We can't be double fried.
Deep fried.
You can never go wrong with chitlins either. You can never go wrong with chitlins.
How about Italian?
Italian, you can never go.
It sounds like you can never go wrong with food when you're talking about it.
Because I never, when people say they got a favorite food, like
a big steak.
That's my point. What about good barbecue? Now it has to be
Yeah.
good barbecue. I mean, like cooked on the grill barbecue. Baby backs, because I don't like them big old thick ribs.
Mm-hmm.
But you give me some baby backs.
Well, you wouldn't have to worry about it for long. Next call.
Hey, yo, legends. It's your old friend, Cap. Long-time loyal steamer, first-time caller. Sorry I kind of lost my voice, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to call in and tell you guys how excited I am that the podcast is back. My favorite thing about the show has always been that fans feel like they can really get to know you guys as people. I know I've learned a lot about you guys over the years. For instance, I've learned more about Chuck's unique eating habits than anyone but his doctor should know. I know Chuck won't eat tomatoes, bananas, spinach, asparagus, avocado, and those little red cherries that go on top of ice cream. I know that Chuck will eat pickles, pears, chitlins, something called crimpets, the McRib sandwich, and drink 15 to 20 Diet Cokes a day. He also swallows his gum, like every time, which is truly remarkable. Come to think of it, the only notable thing I've ever learned about Ernie and food is that he does not like those Chick-fil-A waffle fries that are the end of the potato ones with the skin on them. Still think that's a hot take, EJ. I also learned that Chuck has never been to a theater to see a play, but he has voluntarily seen The Beekeeper. Don't laugh, Ernie. I know you saw it too.
I know.
I learned that Ernie once worked out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and another time got big-timed by Tom Cruise. I could go on and on, but I'll save that for another time. Miss you guys. I'm so glad the show is back. Give TK a big hug for me. Loyal steamer, Cap, signing off.
Oh, that's awesome.
Michael Kaplan.
Yeah, man, we miss Cap.
He's at Prime now.
Yep.
Doing the NBA studio. Doing a great job.
Jason Statham's like one of my favorite actors right now. Anytime he got something going on, I'm going to see Jason Statham. But he owes me for Beekeeper and Crank.
Mm-hmm.
Beekeeper and Crank.
You told me about Beekeeper,
And
then I watched Beekeeper, and then I was like,
said,
I told Eric, my son, you've got to watch Beekeeper. just to see how long you could go.
So it was so funny. I said, Ernie, you know how much I love Jason Statham. I just saw the worst damn movie. And then I told you, I said, I just saw the worst movie ever. And you saw it, you says, you're 100% correct.
Yeah,
And then
you were
then
right.
Eric calls me sends me a text like a week later. I hate to agree with you and my dad. I just saw The Beekeeper. That was awful. but he got a new movie coming out called Shelter, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I love me some Jason Statham.
But you just didn't love you some Beekeeper.
Beekeeper was awful. And Crank, I think there was a Crank 2, which made it even worse.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, man, I'm not eating no avocado, no spinach, no asparagus, any of that crap. And crimpets are a tasty cake, man. It's amazing. It's I don't understand. They only sell them like on the East Coast in Philadelphia. But them crimpets things are the real deal.
Thanks to Kat for calling in.
EJ is good for the soul.
I think that would be a great way to end the show.
Love that idea.
Good idea, Ernie. A toast to my big brother George, the richest man in town.
So here's what's good for my soul these days. With all the noise going on, sometimes you just got to turn all the noise down.
That's an understatement.
And I'm talking news, I'm talking sports too. It's like, how much shouting can you take on the radio? How much, how many more times can you hear people going crazy about what's going on in the world? I keep up, obviously. I watch it every day, but I can't overdose on it. So good for the soul is Audible.
Audible?
Audible.
Is that an app?
Yeah, where it's books on tape. And every time I'm behind the wheel now for the last 2 years, it's no noise, it's a book. And it has relaxed me. It has, it's taken away some of that edge about, oh man, I can't hear anything else. And I just finished the best book I've ever, quote, read, listened to. And it's called Theo of Golden. So here's all you loyal steamers. Here's your homework assignment. If you are the reading type, Theo of Golden by a guy named Alan Levi. And what's amazing about it, and I talked to him on the phone the other day, is he wrote this just to prove to himself he could write a book.
Wow.
And because he'd always wanted to. And then he said, I just got to prove that I have it in me, and that I have the stamina to finish a book. So he does this, he writes it, he's just going to put it away. And then some of his friends read it and say, we want to read what you wrote.
Wow.
And they did. And then he got it published, and it's a New York Times bestseller.
Wow. What's the gist of it?
I would say an elderly man and his quest to spread joy throughout
the world.
And it is spectacular.
Is he older?
Yes. And so please, and I'd love to hear from steamers like on the answering machine who say, hey, I've already read it or I'm reading it, because it is spectacular. Best book I ever read. And it's
Theo Golden?
Theo of Golden. Golden is a city. Theo's the man's name. And
we need that.
Man, it was good for my soul. Believe me.
I mean, because Ernie, we talk about it all the time. Man, it's a lot of noise out there. And the noise is actually a distraction for all the stuff that's really going on behind closed doors. You got to block out the noise. And don't add to the noise. That's, I think, what people are guilty of. When somebody yell, I think we all have egos and pride, or whatever words you want to use. If somebody starts yelling, you feel the need to yell back. And I think when you talk about books like this, we don't have to yell back.
Yeah. Well, I've read and listened to a bunch of good ones over the last few years, and it's just like when I get in the car for that 45-minute drive home or down to the studio, it's like, take me out of this stuff for a little while.
Just for the record, that's 45 minutes with no traffic.
Absolutely right. So that's good for the soul, and that's And that's it for episode 1 of season 7
Thank y'all, Law Steamers.
of the Steam Room. Thank you guys for being with us. We'll see you again next time.